So hello and welcome everybody to this week's Akashic Soul Wisdom Show with me, Natasha Harris. I'm an intuitive coach and business healer working with the Akashic Records to support you into your next level of growth and expansion in your life and in your business. And today's hot topic is all about aligning to your purpose. Now, this is a juicy topic and it's one that I get asked a lot. So really can't wait to talk into this a little bit more. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on my Facebook business page, welcome. And if you are watching in my Soul Inspired Leaders, a very special welcome to the wonderful and beautiful almost 100 new members that we've been inviting into the group over the last couple of weeks. So I'm really super excited to inviting so many new people to come and join me. I will tell you a little bit afterwards about my 5-day activation for wealth and abundance journey that is starting next week, Monday, the 18th of October at 10 a.m. BST, which I'm super excited about, really to help you rewrite those codes for wealth and abundance and really stepping into your next level. So if that's of interest, the links are in the post. But today's topic, as I said, is all about life purpose and aligning to your soul purpose more specifically. So I can see a few people jumping on and hopping on. So please do let me know you can hear me okay. Do let me know in the comments where you're watching me from. If you're watching the replay, do type #replay. If you're watching on a different platform, leave me a little bit of love, leave me some comments. I will get back to you. So what does soul purpose or life purpose even mean? It is a question I actually get asked an awful lot when people come to me, especially around growing their business. They really want to know that they're on the right track, that their soul purpose is something that they really are completely connected to, that they will only start when they know 100% that they're on the right track, and they're fulfilling that purpose that they were here to come and fulfill. So hi Marina, great, good to have you here for all the way from Hertfordshire, beautiful Hertfordshire. And yeah, it's something I get asked so often, and my response is usually always the same. And our life purpose really and our soul purpose, I think, are two of the same thing. Really is two sides of the same coin. What we're here to fulfill in this lifetime as a human being, but also why we've incarnated from being a soul being into this earthly experience. And so it's really important to actually remember that we are souls that have chosen to come here and incarnate. If that's your belief, if it's not, then you're watching the wrong show. But if that's what you believe, then you've come here to the planet Earth to have a human experience as a soul being. So when we remember that, actually this kind of makes a lot more sense. Our role here in life is to expand our knowledge, expand our wealth of experience, to grow on a spiritual level, on a soul level, in a human experience, which is much more confined to the practical, to the physical, to the comfortable, to the explained, to the logical, and to the human mind that can fathom things out. And what we're starting to realize is that not everything is really that explainable. There are things that we kind of know. We don't know how we know, we just know. And so that is very similar to our soul purpose, our life purpose here on earth, is the fact that we get to choose what we want. As an incarnated soul being, we get to choose how we want to play, how we want to show up, how we want to express ourselves in this experience. Now, what we are doing is it's like we're coming home to who we are. It's like we're connecting with that soul essence of ourselves. So when we're busy, like doing, we're forgetting that we are that soul. We're having this soul experience in a human body as well. And so we want to be able to tap into our soul wisdom, into the infinite divine, to check in. Does this feel aligned? Is this what I'm choosing in this experience that I want to do in this lifetime? You will know when you are aligned to your soul purpose and to your life purpose. And this is something we get our whole life to get to experience, to experiment, to do something and go, oh, this feels great. But actually, now I've done this, I get to do a little bit more. I get to adapt it. I get to change direction a little bit. We are ever evolving. We are never there. We never get the message that this is your soul purpose. This is what you must do. You must do it dogmatically until you actually succeed, and then you can rest. That is not what we're here to experience in this life. So we get to choose what we want to do. And we know when it's aligned or it's on the right path, heading in the right direction, when we feel it with every fiber of our being. We know when we are on the wrong path. We feel it with and that's not fear, that's not being scared to step up. Most of us as entrepreneurs, we are stepping outside of our comfort zone pretty much all of the time. But we know when it's not aligned, when we're in a dead-end job that we're just literally going through the motions. When we get up, we brush our teeth, we get ready for work, we turn up, we do the bare minimum, and then we're like relieved when it's 5 o'clock and we come home, and then we go through our evening and we might have some fun with some friends or our partner, but we have a couple of glasses of wine and then we go to bed and we do it all again. We know that's two extremes. We know when we're aligned, when we're kind of on the right path, when we're getting towards alignment. It's a dance. It's an opportunity to be playful in this space. We know when we are on the wrong path entirely, when we're completely stuck, when we're taking random action, when we're taking no action and we're just sitting back and waiting for the universe to go, here you go. That's wishful thinking. That is checking out of our human experience, and that is not what our soul wants for us. So there is no definitive answer in terms of what our soul purpose is. We can come home to us. We can come back to who we are at this soul essence, and we can live a life that's aligned to us, not dictated by society, not dictated by culture, not dictated by religion, of what our community want for us, what our parents want for us. We get to choose that. And many of us are living a path where we think we're aligned, but actually we're doing it for other people because that's what we think we should be doing. So this is really a much deeper question, and there is no simple answer. And sometimes it takes us years on the journey to really find that tweak. But I know from my own experience in my business that starting my business 6 and a bit years ago, that when I first started out, I was quite passionate about what I was doing. I was working in mindfulness. I was working with clients who wanted more life balance in their lives and work-life balance. But I was playing in that arena. I was finding my feet. I was finding out what I love to do, what I enjoy, where I started to shine. It was all completely new to me. And I wasn't going to sit and wait to be told what that would be and then go, okay, now I know, now I'm going to do everything 100% correctly and it's going to work out perfectly. We are on those stepping stones. And with each part of our journey, we bring along a wealth of experience, a wealth of understanding of what feels right, what feels aligned, what doesn't feel right, and what doesn't feel aligned. And we have to check in and tune in to see all steps along the way of how is that feeling for us? So what do I mean by alignment? And alignment is something, again, spiritually, that we get a little bit confused around. We think it's when we're aligned, we'll just know, and we can just sit back and wait until that time that it happens. Again, it's bypassing the human experience. It's called spiritual bypassing. And this really makes so much sense. As somebody who is quite practical, comes from an IT background way back when, project management, it was how do I bring my human side into my life, but also blend the spiritual? And it's really an alignment of the masculine energy and the feminine energy. That's not the masculine and the feminine. That's the energies that are masculine and feminine. And as we blend those, then we can start to get really powerful results. So the feminine energy is more around the listening, the quietness, the connection with the divine, walking in nature, being still, being quiet. It's very much about in the present moment. It's about being. And the masculine energy is the doing. It's the like going out, taking action. It's writing that email to your list. It's showing up here today, as I do every Wednesday at 4 p.m. UK time, around consistency, around showing up, around doing, around planning, around planning a 5-day activation journey next week, starting on Monday. These are actions. It's like getting up, it's brushing our teeth. These are all actions that we cannot do without. We cannot go through life without looking after the bills, doing the bills, doing spreadsheets, planning, all of these kind of things. But where we balance those two energies out and where our action is actually guided by the beautiful divine feminine energies, our actions flow more freely, they feel more aligned, they feel more free, they feel better. So we've got to look at our feelings and our thoughts, and like, where is resistance really showing up? It's like, I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway through gritted teeth. That's not aligned action. And if it's something you really want to do, but you're doing it through gritted teeth, then you need to stop. You need to wait until you're in an aligned thought pattern and an aligned feeling pattern, and then take that action. There is no point taking action from misaligned thoughts and feelings. So we want to ask ourselves, like, well, what's the outcome? So it starts with actually the desire of, what do we want to create? I want to create this beautiful 5-day journey for people to really support them in activating codes for wealth and abundance for themselves. But they're going to have to show up. They're going to have to take action, and I'm going to have to take action. So are my thoughts and feelings aligned around it? Is there something sticky? Okay, well, let me look at that. Let me get into an aligned place around there. Is there something I need to tweak? Is there something I need to course correct? This is stuff I teach in my programs a lot, because it's so important. And when we take random action that's not thought aligned, not feeling aligned, and it's definitely not desire aligned, then we're going to get random results. We're just going to get results or no results, quite frankly. So we want to bring all of those things into alignment before we take action, so that we can take masculine action that is divinely guided through the beautiful feminine energy that is listening, and it is wisdom. So there is, this isn't about exhausting yourself. This isn't about doing loads, overwhelming yourself, frustrating yourself. Then you are misaligned somewhere, either in the thought, the feeling, or the action, or perhaps all of them, or the desire. Like, what you want to create, what's the thing you want to create? So go back before taking action and get really clear and aligned around that. And this is what will inform you around your purpose. These are the way we evolve. We discover who we are at soul level. And I work with my clients around that to know and understand that through the Akashic records. But through those things, becoming more and more aligned, we get to know who we are at soul level. And then we can tap into the beautiful wisdom of our soul energy and start to live through that. And the magic happens. The ideas can't start flowing. The wisdom starts flowing. We know what we want to do, that when we're doing something, we love it. We are totally tapped in. We're totally tuned in. We are connected. It just flows through us and out of us. That is when we know when we're connected with our soul purpose. So when I'm running my programs, there is nothing that I don't love about doing them. When I'm working with my clients, because they're all soul aligned clients, I love working with them. I'm excited to get on a call with them. What's coming up for them? What are they looking to do next? What challenges are they facing? I'm not fazed by that. It's like, I know that that's what I'm here to do, is to support my clients through whatever's going on for them, to move them through the next level. And I can do that one-to-one, or I do it in groups, and I love those both equally. So it's not about knowing that everything has to be online. Maybe you do want to be face-to-face. It's about tapping into what lights you up, what makes you shine so brightly that you can't not do it. Nice to see you too. It just says Facebook user, so I don't know who that is who's just jumped on. But lovely to see you too. So it's like, it's like we get to choose how we evolve through that process. There is no end destination. We know it. It's a journey. It's like such a cliche. We know it. But are we truly living that? Or are we like, no, I want everything now, and then I'll know I'm successful. Then I'll know I'm on the right path. That is not being on the journey. That is being stuck on making sure that you know you're absolutely where you need to be. That is not living in flow, in harmony, in the divine flow and ebb of things, ebb and of the flow, that everything ebbs and flows in life, that sometimes challenge shows up. It's an opportunity for us to look and see, is there something that doesn't fit right? Am I kind of like not, do I need to tweak something? Do I need to refine something? Do I need to just like check in? Because things change. I can't believe where I am today after 6 years or 6.5 years, that what I'm doing is so vastly different to what I was doing 6 years ago. What I'm doing today is so vastly different to what I was doing 6 months ago and to a year ago. Definitely different. It's all aligned. But oh my goodness, had I thought about what I was doing today a year ago, I'd be like, no, that's crazy. But an opportunity came up for me while I was in an aligned state, and I was able to ascertain, does this feel part of my life purpose and my life journey? And the answer was a big fat yes. So I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. Marina says, I wonder if the feeling of alignment can be felt instantly if the thought action is aligned. You will know immediately. Yes. If the thought and the action are aligned, you will immediately know if what the feeling is telling you, whether there's still something that's not quite right. Then go back, check in. Is the desire, what you want to create, is that aligned? Yeah. As the feeling, like, why do I want this? Do I really want this for the right reasons? What does it make me feel when I get this? Like, we will put fear, and those emotions will come up. We're not trying to bypass like other emotions that might come up, but what we are checking in is things feel aligned. So yes, one might inform the other, but we want them all to be aligned while we're doing them. And if something feels like, oh my gosh, this is terrifying, you need to just take a break, step back and go, okay, I just need to wait a moment for myself, to my body and my nervous system to align, so that I can then take action from that aligned pace. And you might get some more information if you sit still in stillness for 5 minutes. So I hope that answers your question, Marina. Michelle, hi Michelle, beautiful to see you. I'm registered with the StreamYard, so don't know why it's not showing up. Who knows, Michelle? Like, these things sometimes never work, but it's lovely to see you here. Thank you for joining me. This is what true freedom feels like. When we get on board with knowing and understanding that our path is not fixed, that there will be certain junctions along the path, that an opportunity will arise. And if you're in an aligned state of being, you can make an aligned decision and choice about what you want to do and how you want to show up in it. This is what coming home feels like. When we are doing what we love, and it takes time, we have to be patient, we have to lean into trust, we have to put that out there and leave some of that to the universe to go, I am fully aligned. The universe will respond to us while we are in that state of fully aligned and full alignment. It just takes a little bit of time. We need to amplify that. We need to turn up the antenna. Like, our system, our human body is a fine-tuning antenna for all of this. And we know, but we don't spend enough time tapping in and tuning in and truly asking ourselves, what is this about? What does this feel like? Are we aligned? Am I in a space of alignment? Now, if this resonates with you next week, and I've already mentioned it, my 5-day, it's completely free, 5-day activation journey in the Akashic Records, we are going to be tapping into the essence of your soul purpose, that you will get to feel an element of it. You will get to release some of what is holding you back through next week, that is stopping you and misaligning you from your soul purpose. And we're going to go through a process over the 5 days to get really clear on what some of those actions will be, and a few other bits in between. And I will go into more detail each day. We're going to be up to an hour, maybe 45 minutes. We're going to do lots of teachings, lots of sharings around these concepts, these ideas of how you can show up really differently in your business, but this also impacts your whole life. So if this sounds like something you could benefit from, every day next week, you will, if you register, you will get the recording straight to your inbox as well. In the Soul Inspired Leaders Facebook group, that I will pop the link in a bit. If you are watching on the other platforms, it's in the content of this live. Please come and join me. Ask me some questions. Let me know if you've got any questions about any of this. It's I love your question, Marina, because it's like, it's so important that we can relay this back to our own experience of like, what's going on for us? Does this feel right? Does this feel, tap into what feels right for you? How do you feel aligned to the messages within? So next week, we're going to be going into a lot more depth, and I can't wait to do it. I've run this a few times now, and they have been epic. People have shifted stuff they didn't even know needed shifting out of their vibrational experience, and have become more aligned to their soul purpose and what they want to create in their business going forwards. It is really, truly a fantastic space to just give yourself time to explore this. Come and see what's possible with me next week. I've got so much more information that I want to share with you that I've never shared through these journeys before, or even in this space. So I've got lots of new stuff that I want to share with you next week as well. So yeah, thanks, Marina. I look forward to seeing you there as well. So let me know if you've got any questions. So I will be live every day next week, but only in the Soul Inspired Leaders Facebook group. Please go there and register. If you don't want to join the activation and register, you can still watch them there. I will not be going live anywhere else next week. That will be there. And if you want to have them in your inbox, then you must register using the link. I think that's all I want to say and to talk into today. So I hope you can join me. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you again if you're watching the show in 2 weeks' time, back at the same time. Bye for now.